Hi folks, Larry Winget here, back with another episode of Ask Larry Anything, the YouTube series where you can just ask me anything you want to. And as long as your question is of general interest, where most people would enjoy listening to it, I'd be happy to take it on. Just write me at info@larrywinget.com. Let's get right to today's question. It's a little different. I work a full-time job and I am building a business on the side. Good for you. Always good to be working, and if you can possibly build something on your own that belongs to you on the side, you ought to be doing it. But sometimes I am strapped for cash. Hey, that's always going to be the case when you're starting out in business. You're going to be strapped for cash. I know your story about working at anything you could to find anything you could find to put a buck in your pocket when you just needed to pay the bills. Boy, I remember those times too. And I'm wondering how you found those odd jobs. Where did you find jobs like trimming trees and sweeping floors and painting houses? Well, I just went door to door. I mean, I saw that it was done. I put out the word that I needed to make some money. And I went from being the president of a company to having nothing. And it was a hard place to be. And folks, if you haven't read that story, and I'm not going to go through it now, it's in several of my books. It's certainly in my book, You're Broke Because You Want to Be. And it talks about what I did to circle the wagons and start making some more money. And what he's referring to here, because obviously he's read my books, is that I was willing to do whatever it took. And that's really it. It starts with willingness. Most people are not willing to do whatever it takes. They sit back and say, oh, I need a job. Do you really need a job? Do you need a job so much that you're willing to do whatever it takes to make more money? Do you have bills that you're so committed to? I talk a lot about becoming committed to your commitments. A bill is a commitment. Or do you think, times are tough. I still like to go out to eat. Or I'm going to just choose not to pay those people. Or I don't want to put in a few more hours. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I can't possibly spend more time at work, might get a little overtime, or go look for a second job. I know people who work 4 and 5 jobs. And they do whatever it takes to pay their bills, not for any other reason that they have a commitment to their commitments. We've lost that commitment. Where, by God, when you say you're going to do something, you just do it, regardless of how inconvenient it might be. And when you agree to take on bills, whether it be your electric bill or your credit card payment, you made a deal, and a deal is a deal in my world. When you made that deal to pay your bills, you pay your bills. And you do what it takes to make that happen. So I admire this so much. This question is a great question. Also, he says, you are extremely proficient at self-promotion. I am pretty good at that. All people in business are in the business of self-promotion and marketing, including me. Yep, good that you know that. And I am wondering how you have mastered the art and science, good point, of selling yourself. Well, I don't know that I've mastered it. I'm pretty good at it, though. And it took a lot of years of me doing this. I mean, I've been doing it for over 30 years, always figuring out, though, that it's not what I have to offer, it's what I have to offer that serves people well. And I keep that adding value to people's lives and to their businesses. I keep that foremost in my mind. And anybody that's in business, they make it all about them way too often. It's not about you, it's about what you can do to make their lives and their businesses better. So if you've got a way to help them solve a problem, you owe it to them to offer that to them. And you don't have to be obnoxious about it, you just have to make them aware that that's what you do. And you need to do it in as polite, sincere, helpful way as you possibly can. You don't need to be aggressive about it. You don't have to pound them on the head. You don't have to stuff business cards in everybody's hands that you meet. You just have to make people aware of the value that you offer and how you can help them run their lives and their businesses better. It takes a lot of years to get to the point that I am, so don't think that you're going to master that overnight. I'm certainly not a master of it at this point in my life and my career, but I still work at it every single day, and you can too. A lot of great books out there on the topic. Again, folks, this is a great question. If you have a great question, write me at info@larrywinget.com. Thanks.